And still another wonderful good morning to you here from Ward 10 in Tioga, Louisiana. This is going to be a good one. It is the Lady Panthers of Bunkie going against the Oak Hill Lady Rams softball. I know we brought you a lot of Oak Hill sports over the winter with girls basketball, girls and boys basketball. This is our first look at them on the softball diamond. Livy Garcia, who is in the circle for Oak Hill, stands in there, and she will take the first pitch inside, ball one. Boy, that little microphone out there adds such an element to it. I don't know if it's just that mic that's picking it up, or you don't have the one on down there, do you?
No, I don't.
There you go. Doug and Chuck Perkins bringing you action. This is game number 2 that we will do today. That one is ground over to shortstop. Garcia is going to ground out shortstop to first. That's Andy Bedevy that comes up and fields that, finds the ball over to, we've got 2 listed as flex here, so I've got to believe that is Caitlin Quinn at first base on that. Maddie Danzy will stand in. Saw her a lot. Do you remember her number 10 on the basketball court?
I sure did. And I learned something from the last time that I piddled mid-season and mid-game.
Right.
Don't do that again.
That's exactly right.
That's my own rule, and I broke it.
This is Riley Townsend that is in the circle. We'll look around defensively. At third base is Ava Webb. At shortstop is Andy Bedevy. At second base is Braylon Ferguson. And at first base is Caitlin O'Quinn. No scoreboard going on up here, so we'll keep it for you here as well. But if you're here, you can't see that, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, and if you're watching us from here, you're a minute and a half behind, so probably not going to matter either.
Right. Brianna Ferguson's in left. That ground ball is over to Bedevy. She's quickly over to first and in time to get Danzy, who was flying down the line.
Yeah, had to make that throw quick because she had all the afterburners running.
There's our buddy Jody Jowers that stands in there. She over 2,000 points scoring in basketball in her career. They lost that game in the semifinals down to Bell City, who eventually lost to Fairview, won another state championship just last night in basketball. That one taken inside by Jowers. Jowers will patrol center field for the Lady Rams softball.
I wonder where she had as far as milestones in softball.
I don't know, but she did homer yesterday, or a couple of days ago.
Oh, nice.
She homered. So she and Cetus. So, and we'd heard a lot about Brayley Cetus, who is in the on-deck circle over there. Talked about how good of a basketball player she is. Said she's an even better softball player, and that's where her potential is out of here.
And she's a catcher. She's adorning those little shin guards.
Yeah, I've got the shin guards on with 2 outs, and so that one is. Changeup is taken low by Jowers. 2 balls and a strike. Takes that one inside half. Strike 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. It's weird seeing them out there not on the basketball court.
Yes. Almost need to go put a wood floor out there in midfield.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Good looking work from the pitcher, Riley Townsend, and that is Jowers up the middle. Bedevy's going to have another shot. It over to first, not in time. Bedevy had a chance to make all 3 outs there, and they'll get the shin guards off of Cetus. Cetus hits the ball well. That's the book on Brayley Cetus, the sophomore. She's got the opportunity to get it out of here in a hurry. We'll get you back to that view. That's a little bit better of a view there. We'll go between this one for you today and this one. Townsend rocks back and fires this one up high. Misses to the cleanup, hitting Brayley Cetus.
Notice they don't have the same numbers that they did in basketball.
Yeah, that's strange.
I was just thinking, why don't they have the same numbers?
Now I'm going to be confused. We got to get everybody on the same page here. That one inside, take it as a strike, and they'll have to get adjusted to that, Chuck, because we saw that called. That inside strike is called a lot more today.
Yep. Get our softball IQ going here.
Right?
With their
Plenty of
numbers.
opportunities, as many games as we've done over the last week. That changeup is lifted out to center field. Coming up and making a diving grab on that one out in center field is Lakin Middlebrooks, and that will retire the sign. So no runs, no hits, no errors. Or correction, the one hit from Jowers earlier. One left on. We come up in the bottom of the first. Due up for the Lady Panthers.
We all need someone in our corner to keep our family protected while still watching out for our pocketbook. I'm Jason Hawk with Farm Bureau Insurance. There's no better time than now to complete an insurance review to make sure you're properly covered and not paying too much. Whether it's in our office, at your home, or your place of business, let us help you find peace of mind. If you're in need of your insurance checkup, whether auto, home, or life, talk to Hawk at 318-791-HAWK or online at talktohawk.com and let us help you protect your biggest investments.
Are home problems turning your life upside down? Trust Southern Air Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing to save the day. From keeping you comfortable to plumbing repairs and even generators, we do it all. Southern Air Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing, your one-stop solution for AC, plumbing, and generators. If you need us to save the day for you, call Southern Air Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing or visit us online at southernairnow.com.
And we're back here, bottom of the first. It goes. The Lady Panthers are there. Amelia LaPrairie will lead off, looking around the defense to get us all familiar with it for this Oak Hill Lady Rams team. In left field is Jocelyn Johnson. Boogie is out in left field. Center field, Jody Jowers. Right field, Addie Steedman. Third base, Sadie Fradieu. Shortstop, Cassie LaCaz. Second base is Maddie Danzy. First base, Roz Ducey. And the battery today, as that one is lifted out to center field, out to Jowers, and she'll have it. But the game's first hit collected by LaPrairie.
First pitch, first hit.
Cetus behind the dish, and Livy Garcia, who gave up that base hit there, stands in the circle. Ava Webb, third baseman, number 3 for this Bunkie Panthers, Lady Panthers team.
Liked what she saw on that one coming in to a hack at it.
Right. Here's our look at our rarely used behind home plate cam. And that's simply because I just want to make sure that I get all the buttons pushed correctly.
You didn't want me to think that my work was for naught.
Right. LaPrairie takes a small lead off. Oh, we watched a big one last game. St. Fred's and Grant Lady Cougars. It was 15-0. St. Fred won that one. And that was in there for a strike. One thing you notice, the baseball, softball umpires don't change behind the plate as much as they'll go 2 or 3 games. That one lifted high out to Jowers. She's going to come up and have this one. And we'll get it back into Cassie. And Chuck, you're right. That's not fair when they use different numbers, because I have them. I'm looking, well, that's number 13. That can't be Cassie because she's 20, but she's not. In softball, Andy Bedovey, shortstop, had a potential 3 plays, got 2 outs back in the first inning. Garcia looks at the sign. We'll get back in and ready to deal to Cetus. Off and running. There's a throw down. Cassie's got to have it.
Goodness.
Had a shot at it. The ball was there. Just a tremendous throw from Cetus that had LaPrairie by a couple of steps. But
looked up, saw the runner, I think, was checking on that one, unfortunately.
Yep, that's exactly what happened on it there.
I know that all too well because Coach always told me, why did you take your eye off the ball, young man?
Because I was about to get hit. That one misses up and out of the zone.
I think we're at 3-2.
And you hear that being given in. They, in fact, are calling them. That low strike and that inside strike has been getting a lot of play. Not that low. And it'll be 3 balls now, 3-0.
Okay, so I must have missed the batter somewhere.
Yep.
We have 1 out.
1 down. Well,
Okay.
Afraid You just
That's
comes in so close over there at third base. And a 4-pitch walk there to Bedevie is going to bring up Brianna Laborde. Laborde, the designated player in this one. Just in there to hit the softball, and she stands in there at the cleanup spot. So she does her job well, there's no doubt. There you get a good look at La Prairie out at second base. That one lifted high, and Jowers is going to have an opportunity for another one. Rights herself to get ready for a throw in, but no advancement is coming. And that's a good piece of pitching there from Garcia. And we'll bring Kylie Knight, K-N-I-G-H-T. She is the left fielder for this Lady Panthers team if you're scoring at home.
Like our Night Vision network down there in Lafayette.
How about that KNV TV 19.2? That app is free, and it's on your Roku and Fire Stick and all that. Outside half of the plate for a strike. But you can find it in the App Store. Just go look that up, and it's got its own 446 Sports channel on there. And I almost feel bad because we're right up there on the live spot with them. That's fouled back right over my head. You know, they told us, they said, look, we need content. We just can't find anybody to supply us content. Hold that thought.
Thank you.
And a content, they have plenty of it coming. We've got 3 live on their channel today. This is game 2 of those. We will rebroadcast that thriller from Buckeye and West Ouachita yesterday that ended, well, you already know that it ended in a walk-off home run. But now you'll get to see it in its entirety. That ball is ground out in front of the plate, and they're going to let it roll foul. Cetus does a good job of picking it up once it went foul. And now Garcia has the potential to wriggle out of this one.
Yeah, that way the ball didn't roll over and catch that little mounded grassy area and roll back fair.
That's correct. You want to, once it goes foul, they tell you to get up there and just slap it away.
Of course, turf fields, you don't have that problem.
That one smoked out into left field, and that's going to get to the fence. La Prairie's going to come around to score, and quickly another one is Bedevie. She'll score. And that just got out into left field before Boogie knew what was going on down the line, and that is a 2 RBI double out there for Kylie Knight. And had 2 strikes on her, too, an opportunity. You hate to see a 2-strike double like that's down the line.
And I also hate to see 2 runs come across with 2 outs.
Yeah, absolutely. Braylon Ferguson stands in there. She smokes this one to right, and they're going to have to come up and play it to avoid this run from coming in. Yeah, and they don't. Steedman gets it back into second base to keep the runner there. And with 2 outs, the Bunkie Lady Panthers have put 3 up pretty quick.
Cleared what was on the bases earlier, and now they've got a new one.
Yeah, just the runner at first. And this is Lakin Middlebrooks, who represents the 7th Lady Panther to bat this inning. And, I mean, it's just been Garcia has pitched well. It's just been a couple of good clutch base hits. And you see that so many times. Players left on base because they're not getting that clutch hit, or players that moved around. Mm-hmm. This Lady Panthers team has done just that by getting the runs in. Middlebrooks plays center field for the Lady Panthers team. Caitlin Hillman, the head coach. Gabby Savoy there is the assistant coach of this Bunkie Lady Panthers team. Doug Gann, Chuck Perkins here with you on this overcast, cloudy Saturday morning. A lot of the rain, it is a coming, Chuck, they said.
It's a coming, yes. You're right. And I do appreciate these overcast days, especially when I was out in the outfield yesterday, because it did block the sun off of my electronics.
Indeed, it does.
Tip fell on that one.
So we're able to bring you these because Grace Christian, so Ash and Acadiana were set to play 2 games today at noon and 2:30. Probably wishing they would have played those today now. Instead of tomorrow, but those are scheduled for 1 and 3:30 tomorrow. Ground ball to LaCaz. She's over to first. Throws that one high and off the mark, and that's going to get Knight over to third base where she will stay. Oh, that's Ferguson, correction. Knight's already come around to score. And Brianna Ferguson stands in. So anyway, back to that. Ash and Acadiana, which Ash won Friday night. They beat Acadiana 5-1.
Wow.
Ash and Acadiana will play tomorrow. They'll play a doubleheader. So that moved us the ability to go out to Grace and cover that regularly scheduled game. Well, Grace was playing, I don't know who they were playing.
East Bow
last night.
Yeah.
But it was a team that their basketball team has advanced into Sulphur, and so they didn't have enough players to play the baseball game today. So they've scheduled that for March the 17th. And I find that out at about 1 o'clock this morning that was game. And so if you look at when our games got posted today, they were about 1:30 this morning when we found out we were to come out and do a 9 a.m. softball game and 11 a.m. softball game. But excited to be out here in this Tioga Lady Indians softball tournament, Chuck.
That wasn't long after I got home and was trying to unwind, and you woke back up.
Look, that's what was so funny. You were talking about you were scrubbing through the highlights and the videos from the night, and I'm waking up for Saturday, and both of those times were about 1:30. That's gonna drop in there. Both runners will score on here, and man, 5 runs now, Chuck, with 2 outs.
Wow. Swing of the bat is a different ballgame, Doug.
It is, and the 9th player to come to bat is the pitcher Riley Townsend. And how do you like you come to the circle, or you come back to the plate, and you've got 5 runs staked to you now.
Yes, indeed. And knowing that the one on deck is your leadoff.
That one misses inside, and Lady Rams had a couple of opportunities to get out of it, a couple of errors in here early on.
And I talked about last night with girls is that a lot of the teams that are playing now have either finished up their seasons in playoffs, and they have other teams.
That one smoked down the line, and it's fair. Goes right over the bag. May very well send, and they are.
She missed third.
And they're talking about that she missed third base. They'll go step on it. And both of the officials are looking at it. They're going to have to step off and appeal, though. They can't just throw over there. They've got to appeal. So you'll get it back to the circle and then step and throw over there at that point. You're going to go over there and talk to the official. At least that's the baseball side of it. But everybody's saying she missed third base when she was coming around, except for Coach Hillman, who's over there in the box. But she's not arguing it either. So she knows something's amiss. And now they'll go out and they'll talk about it. And the official in the field looking dead at it. So he told him to go to home plate to look to get an overrule. I don't think he saw it correctly. He says, I was looking at second base, I don't see it, and that's going to be tough. Look, Coach Hillman, you can see the look on her face. She's like,
yeah, she knows.
And the problem is neither one of them
are
saying that they saw it. That's the problem, and that's
yeah.
And you need some little bit of help to get you out of one, but
so 1 or 2 came across there.
Only one, because I think there was just the one base runner that was on, and now we've got a courtesy running coming in. This is Chrislyn Turner. She'll come in and run for Townsend.
I think 2 came across, Doug, if I remember correctly.
Okay. That one smoked down the line, but foul.
Well,
second opportunity at it from La Prairie. If you only had one base runner on.
Right. So we have 7, 2 outs is 9. We have a base runner on.
All right, this is the 10th batter.
Because the courtesy runner's in for the pitcher.
Yeah, this is the 10th batter.
So this is
2 outs.
The catcher, their leadoff, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So if you had 7, 8, 9, you got to run out there. So it's 7, yeah.
Okay. And that would be 10. Yes. Okay.
Yeah, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's there. That's correct. That one in there for the strike. Right. And all of this to Ava Webb. All of this with 2 outs. Let's see if they've got game changer going on. If one of them does. That one misses up and away. This game changer has revolutionized things for us. because we're able to jump in here and pick some things up. Let's see if Bunkie's on there. That one smoked out into left field. Will score another one. And what was an opportunity, Chuck, to get out of this one, man, has just been tough. They've got 6 runs on the game changer side of it is what they've got.
There should be 7 now once that one came across.
Okay.
Because I was doing the math. It was just not mathing.
It wasn't mathing or Englishing.
Yes. Because this is the 2-hole hitter, right?
Yes, this is Webb. Yep, 7-0 in this. Already 30 pitches for Garcia in this one. That one pushed foul. And this, just a real young Oak Hill Lady Rams team. That one lifted high to Danzy in right field. She's going to come up and makes a beautiful catch over there. And that will retire the side. And that was, I believe that is, let me make sure that's Danzy in right field. I don't want to miscredit that. No, that's Steedman. Eddie Steedman comes up and makes a tremendous catch. But the damage done in this one with 2 outs, 7-0. Bunkie after 1. We'll be back. Top of the second we play here, and stepping in. Boy, how often does that happen when they make a good play out in the field and they lead off the next inning? Addie Steedman will do just that.
Oh, and wow.
That bright yellow softball, you saw it just in her glove because it is bigger. Baseball is going to get wrapped up and you're not going to see it as much, but you saw that yellow in the glove.
Gray
glove.
Yeah, that light gray glove that she had there. Kind of matches her uniform.
And if she dived and dove and missed that one, it would have been trouble. Back in the circle is Riley Townsend. She's staked to a 7-0 lead, and Steedman puts a charge into this one, but over in left field, it's going to be caught and brought in. And Sadie Fradieu will come in. She plays third base, yeah.
Lady Indians came up here a little while ago, and I was talking to that Addie Jones, asking her what she wanted for her nickname. She said, well, you called me Little Tyke last night. So I knew she went back and watched it. So. Shortstop
to first, and in time, quickly 2 up and 2 down. And that's going to bring shortstop Cassie Lacaz to the plate. Just doesn't seem right that she's wearing 13 and not 20.
Right, correct. But so I was thinking about 2 different nicknames, but it seemed like she'd settled in on the Little Tyke. So I might just go back to,
There you go.
I'll tell her that one.
Townsend throwing pretty well. Swung through and missed was Lacaz. Lacaz, one of the seniors on this ball club.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah, tried to hang on and throw that change up and just held on to it just a little while longer.
Must have had one of those honey butter biscuits, and that honey was a little more than the butter. And it stuck to.
Sun's starting to peek its way out here and burned that fog off that was made things difficult and real slick out in the outfield this morning. But looks like it's settled in. All the turf fields looking good here. Swung on and missed, chased one on the outer half, did Cassie. Not much of a breeze blowing out there. I see the flag in center field just lying down, and that inside pitch has been there all morning. These young ladies don't know about it, but it's been there all day, and he's called that same pitch in the entirety. 3 up, 3 down for the Lady Rams in the top half of the second. Bunkie put up a big number in the bottom of the first. We'll see what they have in the second when we come back.
For cataract surgery in Central Louisiana, insist on Wallace Eye Associates, where leading eye surgeon Dr. Thomas Stuckey and our team of doctors continue to set the standard in cataract care in Louisiana. If you're over age 60 and just aren't seeing as well as you used to, let our cataract team restore your vision and renew your life. When it's time for cataract surgery, there's only one team, one focus, your vision. Wallace Eye Associates.
Back to work we go, bottom of the second inning. Garcia back in the circle for the Lady Rams, and this is Andy Bedevie. Bedevie stands in there, and she was 0 for 1, walked and scored a run. Orla Prairie went 2 for 2 in that first inning. Scored a run, drove in a run. That's another base hit. Reaches base for the second time, does Bedevie. She's 1 for 1 in this one now. Has already scored a run, walked earlier in the game.
These Lady Panthers are definitely putting the barrel on the ball.
Yeah, Brianna Laborde stands in. She's 0 for 1 also. That one lifted out. She's 0 for 1 no more, 1 for 2. And good job of base running there by Bedevie to go first to third on a ground ball to Jowers in center field. And Kylie Knight, the left fielder, will stand in. 1 for 1, couple of RBI in that first inning. A long first inning here, and it's already up and continuing.
The first two batters there for the Lady Panthers have been first pitch hits.
Yeah, they're up there hacking and ready to go. Runner will get down to second, nothing doing there. They had a little bit of a play on there. 10-6, Bruley knocks off West Washita. Had to come back and do it. Well, West Washita's been in some back and forth games this weekend.
That's their third one of this tournament weekend.
Yeah. Buckeye walks them off yesterday in that game. And Bruley comes back and does it. There's a shot out to right center. Jody Jowers.
Wow.
Goes out there and gets that one. It'll allow the runner to tag, but don't take anything away from that tremendous catch out in center field by Jowers. Oh, baby, what a big one.
Definitely.
Still will get a sac fly out of that in front of Braylon Ferguson, the second baseman. But goodness gracious, that is now 8 runs on 8 hits. My goodness, I mean, that was just full extension. You see her starting to wipe off her arm a little bit out there from where she dove. But had it not been for the diving catch by Steedman in right field in the last inning, and then Jowers here, that one ground off the glove Boy, Cassie coming in there and rolling and gets that one. Didn't have an opportunity by any means to throw out Ferguson, who was hustling down the line. But looked like she came up a little bit gimpy there over at first base, limping around a bit. But that'll bring in Lakin Middlebrooks.
I say Cetus hit that second base to help her flip her over. I thought she was going to make one of those alley-oop throw overs to first and get the batter.
Yeah, you saw Lacasse slide over there to the base to get it. But there's just in baseball, you could probably have an opportunity for a throw. But in softball, if there's a little bit of a bobble, you're out. 9-0 in this one. 7 runs in the first for the Lady Panthers. 2 runs here in the second and counting. 1 out on the board.
Thank you.
That diving catch from Jowers, we're all still looking at. 2 balls and a strike now to the Lady Panthers center fielder. And remember, Bunkie did all of their damage with 2 outs in the first, too.
They did.
I thought the Lady Rams had a chance to get out of this. Swung on and missed. Middleton is 0 for 1 on the day, but does have a run scored. Garcia fires this one back, and it gets past Cetus to the backstop. Yeah, that sun really starting to poke its head out now, and that's what you like to see. They say there's a lot of rain coming, but I have not seen the forecast. We'll be wrapped up with this one
Probably
before any of that gets here.
Probably about Sunday, about 10 o'clock, and rain all the way through to about 3.
This is, you're looking back at that game that was supposed to start at noon over at Alexandria that they pushed back to Sunday because of weather forecasts. Brianna Ferguson will come to the plate. She's 2 for 2 with 2 RBI in this one, Chuck.
Forecasters, highly paid carnival workers, because it's a guessing game.
Correct. Actually 1 for 1 with 2 RBI in this one. 2 Fergusons. That was Braylon Ferguson was there, but this is Brianna Ferguson. Slamming that door like he's not happy.
Mm-hmm.
That one is in there. Good looking pitch from Garcia.
Singles on the board.
9-0 here. 2 down in the bottom of the second. It's been all Bunkie all the time. Ground ball over to Roz. Roz Ducey has it at first base. Am I sure that's Roz? Yeah, I'm sure.
Kind of looks like her.
No, it's her. I'm just, again, without a 33 on. And now it's going to be tough next year to say, well, what number? Wait a minute. You're not number 4? Hold on.
Yeah.
Runners move up those 60 feet. That's lifted way back over the head. Oh, Johnson makes a great recovery out there in left field. Boogie came up on it, and usually that's a first step that'll get you in trouble. She goes back and gets that one to save what would have been a couple of runs, but they do pick up 2, do the Bunkie Lady Panthers. After 2 complete, it is Bunkie 9, Oak Hill 0 when we come back.
Central Louisiana. This is your home for live sports action. From the field to the court, 446 Sports delivers the games you love with expert commentary and passionate coverage. Cheer for your favorite athletes and relive the moments that define our community spirit. Our sponsors keep us in the game. Together, we bring you the best in local sports coverage. Join the 446 Sports family today. Watch, cheer, celebrate. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on social media. 446 Sports, where Central Louisiana comes to play.
We're back in the top of the third. Again, good play out in the field, and you lead off the next inning. Jocelyn Johnson will stand in there. Boogie plays left field for this Lady Rams team.
Well, like you said, make the play and come back and at bat.
That's what happens. And she smokes that one down the line. Fair ball. Down the line, and she is not going to slow down. Did not check up a bit. Had double on her mind from the get-go. And Boogie Johnson goes in there and hits the double. She's going to be a solid player for that basketball team through the years, too.
Yes, indeed.
Just a good athlete. And Roz Ducey will stand in there. She plays first base for this Lady Rams team.
Gotta love those first hit pitches, Doug.
Yeah, absolutely. That and that way you don't get deep into counts. You don't get a lot of chaos. Wind starting to blow a little bit. Don't know where it's coming from. It's not coming from center field. That one inside and gets away from the catcher. La Prairie lets that one go just off to the right over, and that'll get Boogie down to third. And just getting some runs on, you've got to be able to find a way to stop the charge by this Lady Panther team. Give yourself a little bit of confidence.
Yeah. You're not going to see it on the scoreboard on the field, unfortunately. But
if they're watching us, they're not seeing that anyway.
That's true.
And Townsend rocks back and delivers this to Ducey. She swings right through it. Someone that is missing off of this team is Briley Ducey. She is set to have her ACL surgery on Monday.
Okay.
That one lifted to right field, right into the glove of the right fielder Brenda Ferguson, but it is deep enough to score the run. So give an RBI to Roz, and Johnson made that with her hustle going to second on the base hit and then taking third, allowed that run to be manufactured, and that's the first run put up by the Lady Rams today, and that will get Livy Garcia, the Lady Rams pitcher and the top leadoff hitter, back in. Appreciate the folks out here with their hospitality room. They always take care of us at this Tioga tournament. Got to see Coach Brad Woodard out there, and a legend with him there, Coach Jay Barber.
Oh, and the other legend that's with him is his wife.
Yes, she's
Erin.
indeed there's no doubt.
There's the legend in that Woodard group.
I was talking about Barber,
yes,
but
he is, indeed.
She's a lot nicer than him, too.
Yeah. Coach Barber also played softball for my dad back in the day.
Oh, my.
Yes, sir. We were talking about, reminiscing about some of those way back.
That one fouled back and against this fence that juts upward, juts out over the field to save some of those. Townsend rocks back, throws a little off-speed stuff in there for the strike. Thinking about going and having some more ibuprofen for lunch.
Mm-hmm.
And that for breakfast and dinner last night after that long week that we had. Townsend, the delivery there to Garcia. Garcia pulls that again, foul into the dugout, or near the dugout and down the line.
Here's somebody down in our ambiance might place in their order how they want their hamburger fixed.
That's right. You catch a lot of it down there.
Yes.
So after the Grant Menard softball game, you heard somebody talking throughout, and it was just idle chit chat the entire way. And that one is over to second base in time there. And I said, was that you sitting here the whole game? She's like, yeah. I says, see that microphone and that camera? She's like, oh my. I said, yep, the whole game. She's like, oh goodness.
That's
yes,
hilarious.
Ma'am.
That is hilarious.
Yes, ma'am.
What'd you teach me early on?
Mic's always live.
Yeah, even when you know it's unplugged, the mic's always live.
Matty Danzy
wow.
to shortstop. It is controlled there over to first and in time, and that's what happens when you're playing in that close. We are through 2.5 in this one. We'll move to the bottom of the third. Lady Panthers looking to continue what's going on. Oak Hill's going to have to stand tall. They do pick up a run. They trail at 9-1 when we come back.
Check out some of our recent work at the Panthers Stadium. In addition to custom signs and banners, we also handle custom trophies, custom awards, custom vehicle wraps, and more. Give us a call. We handle projects large and small.
Back here getting ready for the bottom of the third. This is Amelia LaPrairie. She is the catcher and the leadoff hitter here. Big shout out to all of those that have picked up and joined us over on our Facebook page. We appreciate that. Nearing 10,000 followers. Picked up our latest from the Fieldhouse Bar and Grill up in Monroe, Louisiana. So a big shout out to our friends up there at the Fieldhouse Bar and Grill, as that one is fouled off and out of play.
Thanks for that.
Thanks for following along here with us. We bring you more softball and baseball live than we did last year. Swung on, foul tip out of the glove of Cetus, and it's 0-2 quickly. Garcia just needs a good, clean inning to give her some confidence and get this Oak Hill Lady Rams team back in it. It sits at 9-1 though now, and that one misses up high. And quickly Garcia taps her chest. Say, yep, that one's on me.
Look, I got to believe that some of the people join and like and subscribe to us because, and I'm not saying this because of the humor I tell, but it's the grief that you have from the humor I try to tell.
That could be it, yes. That is.
And I think they get a chuckle out of it.
It's night at the Improv all over again. Second one misses. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Evens the count up there.
They got paid good.
Garcia rocks back, delivers this one. Oh,
wow.
Smacked right up the middle, and that will, a little young as it is, life flash in front of your face. And that's why, testament to why they wear that mask that's on there. That didn't get her, but had it been just a couple inches further down, and it would have.
It's technically some of them don't get paid good because if they're not good, they're not getting paid.
That's right. Ava Webb will stand in there. She plays third base for this Bunkie Lady Panthers team, and great to be able to watch and follow this Bunkie team. They hit the softball well over to Lacaz, who's unable to handle it there at short, and that'll put runners on at first and second for the dangerous Andy Bedevy. Bedevy 1 for 1, 2 runs scored in this one. And yeah, Bedevy's just hit the ball hard, played well at shortstop. Very impressed with the young lady there. Swung through that one. Good pitch from Garcia.
I was begging for one of you all to come out last night for that 9 o'clock game.
Well,
I was even willing to trade one of my cameras for somebody to show up.
Considering I woke up Saturday morning, by that time you were getting home from Friday night.
You're right. You are correct.
And that's the problem with add-on games.
Yes.
You know, when unscheduled games, you said, hey, I want to pick this game up, this 8 o'clock game. It's the 4th game of a tournament. What could go wrong with that?
Famous last words.
That one misses down low.
I think I said last night, call softball. They said the games go quick, they said.
Just ask Brett about that.
Yeah.
1 run, 2 hits, 2 errors for Oak Hill. 9 runs, 10 hits. Good snag there from Lacaz at shortstop. And that records the first out of the inning. Brianna Laborde will stand in. Laborde's 1 for 2 and a run scored. So he just digs out to get that one. A rare pitcher catcher cam here for you. Chuck did the work of putting that up. We might as well show it.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Boy, that microphone outside just does it adds such a difference to it. Figured out how to get that in our Ash broadcast and our Grace broadcast where we're not in the, well, the press box there at Ash has no open window. This has it, but you're able to, I'm going to take that wireless mic and set outside like we had done in the past when we originally started. Don't know why I haven't been doing that.
I did that last year for the softball games that I called here, and it was nice until you have double headers.
And then your battery ran out?
Yeah, almost to the end. Yeah.
Swung on and missed. Good piece of pitching there from Garcia. And that will bring Kylie Knight to the plate. Another one, 1 for 2, but 3 RBI. Out of the 9 runs, she's knocked in 3 of them. Fouled that one off and has actually scored 1, so she's responsible for 4 of the 5 runs in this one today. Yeah, that's why we weren't putting much outside too. My power thingies were down from yesterday.
I had to put some batteries on charge last night, and most of them got charged up all the way.
Yeah, I'll go in and get everything charged up. Don't forget, tomorrow, doubleheader baseball. Alexandria hosts the Wrecking Rams of Acadiana. That is 1 and 3:30 scheduled starts there. That one over to Ducey at first base. She's got it, and that will retire the side. So a clean inning, no runs scored there, and we travel to the top of the 4th. It's Bunkie 9, Oak Hill 1 when we come back.
We've all seen how quickly things can change. Everything from the world around us to the cost of things we use on a daily basis. That's why we all need someone in our corner to keep our family protected while still watching out for our pocketbook. I'm Jason Hawk with Farm Bureau Insurance. There's no better time than now to complete an insurance review to make sure you're properly covered and not paying too much. Whether it's in our office, at your home, or your place of business, let us help you find peace of mind. If you're in need of your insurance checkup, whether auto, home, or life, talk to Hawk at 318-791-HAWK or online at talktohawk.com and let us help you protect your biggest investments.
On the field behind us, Destrehan and Tioga are doing battle. Destrehan with a 2-run home run up in the limbs of one of those oak trees back there. So that'll tell you, Chuck, how far it went. Jody Jowers will lead things off for the Lady Rams here in the top of the 4th we play. Game that's just some 40 minutes long. And we're already, is that right? We're in the top of the 4th? Goodness. That one inside to Jody. Riley Townsend has thrown quite a ball game. We'll get the line on her momentarily. Jody to third base, over to first, and in time for the out. Good work at third by Ava Webb. On the day, Townsend has faced just 11 batters. That's her 12. 35 pitches, 21 of those have been strikes. She has thrown 3 complete, 3 in the third now. 2 hits, 1 run, 1 earned run only. And Braylee Cetus stands in ready to go. She is the Oak Hill Lady Ram catcher, and that's what she does. She hits the ball with a lot of power and a lot just hits the ball well. Talk about what a good three-pointer, good basketball player she is, but I tell you, she's an even better softball player, and really has command of the bat. That changeup she waited on and lifts that high and foul and down the line. You see, she was able to adjust to that one, planted that front foot, waited, and then just threw the hands at it.
0-2, okay.
Yep, Cetus homered a couple of days ago in that one, and that one's going to bounce. It's thrown about 55 feet and bounced up.
And she's leading this off in the top of the fourth. I was over trying to get some air.
Yes, top of the fourth we play. Jowers grounded out, so there's 1 out. That one's hammered down the line and way back, but foul and gone. Just out in front of that changeup, and Cetus felt that one. So she's working her way over now. She fouled that one off long and deep. Then this one, the most recent one, just hit that light pole that's out there, that light stand, just to the left of the 215 sign. And, if she just makes a little bit of adjustment now, she's going to have herself another one outside. And that's what you do when she's taking care of your inside fastball. You just throw that old Dixieland to her. Look away, look away.
Try to get her to chase one.
Rocks back, delivers this one. That changeup up high. And first 2 pitches, she tried to challenge Braylee with a fastball, and Braylee was out in front of both of those. Now she's come away and off speed and up. We'll see if she tries to challenge Cetus again. She does. Cetus grounds that one foul and's got herself in a full count situation.
Full count battle.
Opportunity to leave Oak Hill, just a sophomore. Like I said, opportunity to leave is one of the most accomplished athletes out of here. She's a good one. Fought that one off. And that's a testament, Chuck, to seeing that low inside strike that's been called so much. She's like, look, I can't take that one.
Yeah, had to turn on it. Can't risk it. Oh, ball on field.
Spin move out there at shortstop, not knowing where to go with it. Is Webb. Rolls it back over. And
somebody from the neighboring field will come looking for that.
Struck out and down on strikes. That was that rise fastball that she threw to her, and overmatched Cetus that time after quite a battle. Addie Steedman, she is the right fielder. She, along with Jody, made 2 good diving stabs on balls hitting the outfield. They kind of kept the score where it is, albeit 9-1. And this is that point we talked about in that last game, too. Looking at it from the red and black of the Bunkie Panthers, as that one from Steedman is fouled back. You want to keep Oak Hill here, go out there and get that 10-run advantage and take care of it, because ending a game early is absolutely what you want to do. The earliest you can do it.
Yeah.
That changeup. It's the best looking one that we've seen, but it still missed the zone. 2 balls and a strike.
Saw recently Bob Euchre passed away this year.
Yeah, it's been a few months now.
Yeah.
It certainly has, but one of the great ones. That one lifted into center field and going to drop out in front of Middlebrooks for a base hit from Steedman. Good piece of hitting there. And Sadie Freydew will come in Freydew's a name that I'm more familiar with out at Grant, I guess.
Yes. Yeah. I knew some Freydews when I went to school back in the day.
Back in the day, as they say, that one fouled back in the fence.
Yes.
Time called there, and they'll come up and talk to Freydew. We'll see what she's. Yeah, they're going to go in and get a runner in now for Steedman. That will be a pinch runner, will not be a courtesy runner because that's Olivia. No, correct. Yeah, it is Olivia Turnage. Olivia Turnage will come in. Looking up and down this lineup at some of the other, I guess, one other basketball player is on there. And that's Arella Mitchell. Haven't seen firecrackers, or is that you, Chuck?
That's me.
Was that your knee popping?
That's my knee popping, yes, sir.
Things kind of.
8 Rice Krispies as a
255
kid.
is the call.
8 Rice Krispies as a kid, Doug.
Heard you the first time, Chuck. Purposely didn't hear it. So that's a bunt and run. Yeah, that's going to be out in plenty of time. Off and going was Turnage, but no match behind the dish for La Prairie. That will do it in the top half of the fourth. 9-1 when we come back.
Are home problems turning your life upside down? Trust Southern Air Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing to save the day. From keeping you comfortable to plumbing repairs and even generators, we do it all. Southern Air Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing, your one-stop solution for AC, plumbing, and generators. If you need us to save the day for you, call Southern Air Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing or visit us online at southernairnow.com.
Braylon Ferguson will lead things off for the Lady Panthers of Bunkie here in the bottom of the fourth. March is rolling right along. We're getting ready to enter week two. That was ground over to third base. Freydew's got it. She'll fire across to Ducey at first, and that will be one up, one down.
Handled that one well over there on third base, rather.
Yep, Lake and Middlebrooks will come to the plate now. We'll get switched back over to another screen where we're at here.
Lady Rams got to like that instead of a first pitch hit to get a first pitch out.
Middlebrooks, one of only two Lady Panthers that do not have a hit in this game. She and the two-hole hitting Webb are the only two without a base hit today. Oddly enough, that one lifted out into right field and could work out at second base. My goodness, what a play moving out there and going. I mean, just never took a moment away. Maddie Danzy just full-on sprint over there, dives that. And that's three good defensive plays that we've seen out of the Lady Rams today.
I had another joke pop in my head, but I wasn't going to do it.
There you go.
I can restrain, but sometimes I can't. Sometimes I can't. It just rolls sometimes.
Garcia hasn't pitched bad today. It's just this Bunkie team has hit the ball at every opportunity. I don't think she's been wild and around the zone any.
No. One and one.
1 ball and a strike, 2 down here in the
Bottom of the 4th.
Yeah, bottom 4 they play. That one lifted back and out of play. Good defensive play over there by the Lady Indians. The Lady Indians and Destrehan are playing behind us on field 3.
Destrehan's 5A, I believe.
Uh-huh. Sure are.
South
Select division or non-select division 1. We familiar with them as we do Trojans football.
Yes.
They came up there this year. We will actually make the trip down to Destrehan in the fall.
Goodness.
A lot of travel next year in football.
A lot of changes coming.
A lot of changes. Speaking of changes, that one misses outside. There goes Chuck prognosticating again.
Oh, golly. Here.
Well, you look around and you just see this here. We talked about it in the first game, but those of you that are not familiar with the area that is here, strikeout looking, and Garcia gets that one. You saw it right there on your screen. We move to the top of the 5th. 9-1 when we come back. Sadie Frazier will lead things off for the Lady Rams in the top of the 5th, and they're going to need a little bit more runs here, because that's the first inning they've held Bunkie off the board. But you're into that area now where run rules start to apply, and it's 10 after 5, so the lead's just 8 right now. But you want to make sure that you keep it. There's a ground ball over near Cassie.
Coming back from the commercial break, Doug leaving my mic muted, and he thinks twice about it, and then I saw the whole hesitation.
I was like, dadgummit.
Leaves my mic muted per usual, as one of my students says.
That's right. Bless their hearts, they're wise beyond their years. Don't forget tonight, lifted catcher coming out of there. Yeah, that was just a good play. We've seen La Prairie, who's a leadoff hitter for him too.
Yes.
You know that she can get around back there. But you're going to spring forward tonight. Is that right? Is tonight the night?
Is it tonight?
I think it is. You might want to look that up, but I believe we spring forward tonight. I wish it would stay where it is hence sprung to.
Yes.
We smell the barbecue pit down there that's going. It's just the sights and sounds of softball and smells and everything. And Cassie's just, she's fun to watch. She's just all smiles the entire time. And that time, didn't know what the sign was. Coach had to come in and tell her. She's like, oh, okay. Now, we didn't talk to Cassie much during the year. She just seemed very quiet. All right. And
Alrighty.
And we interviewed her a couple of times during the playoff run and all of that, and she's just very very well spoken, very well mannered, and just a lot of fun to be around.
Unlike some other players we've tried to interview.
Well, You just don't always get it, but those have generally warm up to us before it's over with.
Yes, it is tonight is daylight savings time.
There you go. You'll spring forward. Cassie, I'm looking at her, at the way she holds that bat in her hand. Their two hands are separated.
Really?
In there.
I'll look at this.
When she walks in and she's got a little bit of a...
About an inch gap between there.
Yeah. And I don't know...
Interesting.
I don't know why she does that. 2 balls, 1 strike to the senior Cassie LaCaz. 1 down here, top of the 5th inning. It's been a tremendous performance by Riley Townsend in the circle for Bunkie. And that one is fouled back. We'll even things up at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
3-2 now. Sorry?
3 balls, 2 strikes. There you go. Payoff pitch here down low, and that's going to get Cassie down to first base. And with
Boogie, huh?
Cassie aboard, yeah, it should be. Yeah, that's her. Yeah, Boogie had a solid hit last time. Played well in the field, and she's just a pistol. That's what that's how they would refer to her. She is up and down the floor. She is one of those that's just going to be pesky. Lays that bunt down. Thrown away, too, and going to be on second base now. That will bring LaCaz around. LaCaz is going to be held up. Now they've got... Yeah, that's just going to cause that run to come in by throwing around. A lot of softball being thrown around, but and look at zoom in down there if you can on Boogie. Just all smiles. You see her. You get a good look at Jocelyn Johnson there. And what I'm telling you, she is a spark plug on this team. She gets after it every second that she's out there. So not an RBI situation in that, as there was an error on the bunt and 2 outs and various number of reasons why it's not. But the one thing it is the second run of the game for this Lady Rams team, and Roz Ducey will stand in trying to get on base ahead of the top of the order here.
I don't know if you can feel that breeze that just blew through here, Doug, but the rain is coming.
Yeah, and that's why you want to get the equipment in and put up and out of here. And
yeah. You can do a Nick Magnano and do a weather check here for you.
Nick had another day off today. They played once this week. Not
dog.
a lot of, they were talking about that in the postgame show too. And we'll get the clip of that with Coach Marks last night. But quick turnaround times make it difficult. Haven't heard from our old buddy Magnano this morning.
I'm surprised.
I don't know if he's out watching soccer or fishing or hunting or whatever he does when he's not calling games. Oh, and working. That one squibbed up the middle.
He may be so happy he went out and wet his plants. Sorry, I just couldn't refuse that one.
You've got to refuse it. Livy Garcia stands in there. Now she is the leadoff hitter. Here, go back and look at the...
Nick is a plant dealer, by the way.
Yes, he is. Johnson 1 for 2 and a run scored. She also knocked in LaCaz. Cassie has the RBI on the day. Just 3 hits scattered for the Lady Rams in this one. They're back to the top of the order, though. Garcia watches that one right down the middle. Coach putting the play on. 294, she says. Rain looks like it's coming down below us. So
coming from the south to the west, north, east, northeast, I guess you call it.
And looks like it's not far from here, though.
Yeah, it is right below that Alexandria area where some of it is. Got a few bands that stretch out.
Woodworth and such. Takes that one up and away, and Johnson getting a good secondary lead. Gets off at about halfway. It's almost like she's daring them to throw behind her so she can take off for third base.
Just got a safety net alert. Says lightning has been detected within 15 miles of where we are.
That fly ball has been detected to shortstop, and that will do it. Camping out under it is Bedevie, 9-2. We move to the bottom half of the fifth when we come back.
Check out some of our recent work at the Panthers Stadium. In addition to custom signs and banners, we also handle custom trophies, custom awards, custom vehicle wraps, and more. Give us a call. We handle projects large and small.
You saw BU Designs by Melissa Gann. All your game day gear. You let her know about it. BU Designs on Facebook. A lot of that Oak Hill Lady Rams gear is made by Melissa Gann. She also sponsors our Player of the Week, and we'll announce that tomorrow on the show. Told you that you've got Ash Trojan baseball at 12 and at 2:30. You can come out for that one. Check out the show at 5 o'clock. It is the Warrior Roundup with Nick Magnano will be filling in on that show. Swung on and missed there is Riley Townsend. She is the 9-hole hitter and pitcher for this team. She's pitched herself a gem. And then, so Nick's pulling all three shows tomorrow.
Oh,
Chuck, so you got to keep him straight.
Unfold.
Yep, he's gonna. He gets my meal over there too. So y'all just.
Wow.
Right, so we'll talk Grace Christian baseball, we'll talk Menard softball, and we'll talk Menard baseball. That one is ground to Danzy at second base, not going to be in time.
So some Nick fluff tomorrow.
She fell a little bit there and looked like she might have hurt that ankle some, and, well, you don't like to see that.
Yeah, she's...
They'll come out and check on her.
It looks like it's the left one.
Yeah, well, she catches and has to turn and spin, and she's laughing about it just from she knew it was an awkward turn over there. And
look at Ducey over here laughing at her. Got her hand over her mouth.
Yeah, she is. That's Cassie there. That's finding fun with it. Yeah, and back here
Picture
they're all
showing.
looking to see what's going on. That's Garcia there in the circle that's thinking about it, and Danzy's gonna try to walk it off, but you were right. Cassie out at second was just having a good chuckle about it. She turned, and I think she tripped is how she hurt herself. We'll see who they're going to bring in to second base now.
Coach was probably wondering, why are you walking towards the outfield? I'm over here. Having to walk across the field to get her.
Not sure who that is that's coming out. We'll get
7.
a number. Is that 7? Then that is Olivia no, correction. I don't see a number 7. Oh, yeah, I do. Maggie Stokes. Maggie Stokes was over there written in.
I wonder if that's in relation to my friend Emily Stokes down there.
I don't know. Emily does go to all of the games out there. And
has her son plays basketball, the JV team there. Andrew, I believe his name.
Leadoff runner aboard for the Bunkie Lady Panthers, and they're trying to add 3 runs to this total and end this one. Amelia La Prairie, Oak Hill Lady Rams trying to do all they can to prevent that. straying off the base just a little bit. Giggling during an injury timeout. But you saw it from around the way.
Yep. Pitcher was coming up smiling and laughing towards the catcher. And
yeah.
Ducey over there on shortstop was having to cover her mouth up.
Garcia rocks back and fires this one. Cassie Lacaz out at shortstop. She drifts over to the bag to cover what is there. Looking around the infield, Freydew at third, Lacaz there at second, or at shortstop. That is now Stokes at second and Roz Ducey at first base. That one thrown in there for the strike.
3-1.
Boogie Johnson out in left field, Jowers in center, and Steedman in right. Cetus and Garcia for the Lady Rams. And that is a walk now to the leadoff hitter, Amelia LaPrairie. Will bring up Ava Webb. Again, we told you Ava Webb, one of only two that have not put the ball in play today, have not had a base hit. Every other, well, Townsend doesn't, but she's 2 for 3. So Middleton, but who has scored a run. Webb, the only one that really doesn't have anything in the line score, so you know that she's up there looking to do something.
Indeed. Can't let her teammates best her.
That every now and then feel some of that rain starting, and that's a little Q squibber.
Yeah.
There down to first base. And she's like, what the heck? And she's mad at herself. You can see that. Does advance the runners, but I don't think that was not her intent. She was not excited about that at all.
No, full swing bunt? No, definitely not.
That will bring up Bedevie, who is 1 for 2, scored a couple of runs and has walked on the day. She represents what would be the game ender. And Chuck, you brought us to that. We got to the 10-run part of it last game, and then worked its way on up to the 15-run mark.
Well, we find ourselves in the same position now, Doug.
Yeah, and bottom of the 5th, you want Oak Hill to be able to hang on, but Bunkie's trying to go out there and end this thing and get this tournament moving along. And it's these kind of games that will move, will keep a tournament online.
Because your winning run is now at the plate.
Yep. A lot of work to be done between now and then, but that ball is ground to Lacaz at short, over to first in time. Good work by Cassie Lacaz out at shortstop. She's like, that kind of got me on the stomach. 10-2. And, boy, you could see in front of our camera there now, Chuck, that the rain is falling.
Oh, dear.
And matter of fact, it's in front of your camera that the rain is falling. I'll let you look back at that one here in just a second. Yeah, you can see it.
Nice.
On the rain that's falling. Well, here. If you need to go down there and get that stuff, that's fine. I'll leave it on this camera.
I didn't see what the count is. I'm sorry.
It's something and something.
Yep.
Swung on and missed there from
I think it's
Laborde.
I'm going to step down and get the one in off the fence for sure.
There you go. I'll slide around there to that one bounces around low and inside. 2 balls and a strike. It's never sounded so good there. Right? That one lifted high and deep and down the line, and 1 run comes in to score. Hustling around is in for a triple. And they're thinking about sending her, and they will. And that's going to be an inside. She's out at home. Beautiful play right in front of the plate. And coach is just livid that she didn't slide. But Braylee Cetus comes up and makes that play there. And I think that was 2 runs across, but that will end it here. 11-2 is what I had. Did not slide there, but goodness gracious, what a throw, and to get that in and make that play, and Cetus hanging on to it at home. We'll be back right after this from our friends at Southern Air.
Are home problems turning your life upside down? Trust Southern Air Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing to save the day. From keeping you comfortable to plumbing repairs and even generators, we do it all. Southern Air Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing, your one-stop solution for AC, plumbing, and generators. If you need us to save the day for you, call Southern Air Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing or visit us online at southernairnow.com.
Foster Community pitching change for the Bunkie Lady Panthers. It is Aubrey Ducote. Aubrey Ducote will take over in the circle, as again that rain has started to fall out there. Chuck downstairs getting his equipment in. That's the one thing about the rain, is it does not mix well with electronics by any means. Leading off here, choking way up on it and taking strike one is Stokes. Maggie Stokes will stand in there. She took over for Danzy, who was injured out at second base. Let's see. And that one bounces inside. And on one side of the field, they're in a lightning delay, and on this side they're not. So interesting that the lightning's detected within a couple of miles of that side, but not here. So we're just on the border. That one is inside, ball two. Trying to get this one in and done. I think it is official at this point, though. They get it out of there, they could end it here. Swung on and missed there. Stokes now at 2-2. We play in the top of the sixth. Let's get that adjusted for those of you keeping up with everything. And I've got it 11-2. That's what I think it is. That run scored before the out at home. They were trying to end it right there and try to slide in and get something going here. But again, lightning up in the area and just trying to get this in. The second half games are in jeopardy. That one ground over to third base. Stokes looks at it, but it's going to hustle down in and make her way over to first there. Jody Jowers, senior center fielder for this Lady Rams team, will stand in. There you get a good look at Jody coming in. Let's see if we went the wrong direction. Yep, Chuck took that camera down. That's right. You can see the rain starting to fall on your screen. Lightning delay on the other field, which is strange as there's not one on this field. That's this we may be yeah, they're coming over and telling them now, and that's going to put everybody up for a lightning delay. And boy, that really drags things on. And that will give you 30 minutes of a delay in there. 30-minute lightning delay. That may conclude our coverage here in this one as it goes under a lightning delay. And we are under a 30-minute weather delay here, and that's going to conclude our coverage of this one. 11-2, Lady Panthers of Bunkie lead this one. 30-minute weather delay, but we will not come back from it as the game is at the point in it that it is. But, we'll not make it through the weather delay. It has been a joy bringing this to you today. Lady Panthers lead the Lady Rams of Oak Hill 11-2 in this one. And, it's one of those you hope you don't miss a miraculous comeback on it, folks. But it's been our pleasure bringing you softball at the Tioga Lady Indians softball 2025 tournament. Been a lot of fun. Enjoy the rest of your day. We see a lot of good action coming up, weather permitting, but we won't be out for it. It's been our pleasure here. We'll see you tomorrow for Ash and Acadiana are playing. Also, we'll have Around the Diamond with Tony and March. We'll have the Warrior Roundup with Coach Josh Brown. Players, awards, all of that to come up. It's been a great one. God bless you all and good night.